Hey everyone, I'm here today to take a look at the Jurassic World Hammond collection Ceratosaurus from Mattel. Here's the packaging. It's standard Hammond collection we've all seen before, that black metal effect box with a bit of a window there where you'd be able to see the dinosaur. I've already taken it out. Then on the back you see a picture of the toy as well as a picture of the dinosaur from its fleeting appearance in the movies and a little synopsis of its appearance. Not that keen on this packaging, to be honest. I think it's kind of boring. I would have preferred something a bit more nostalgic, a bit like the old Kenner Jurassic Park packaging with the red skyline in the jungle. You can also see there's the Jurassic Park 3 logo up there. Now for articulation, the mouth opens and there's two joints here, so the top of the head will move as well as the jaw. So you can get a really wide mouth look there. There's two joints in the neck, one connecting to the shoulders, one connecting to the base of the head. So you've got a good range of motion with that. The arms go out to the side as well as forward and backwards, and there's a swivel and a forward and backwards at the elbow as well. No wrist articulation, which I would have quite liked really. Then there's a joint there at the hip which swivels outwards as well as going forward and backwards like that. Knee joint goes forward and backwards and swivels. Another two joints here at kind of the ankle, so there's one connecting to the foot, one connecting to the calf there, so you can get quite a lot of articulation out of that. Then there's an articulation point where the tail connects, and you have to plug the tail in when you get it, and it won't come out once you've plugged it in. Then there's also a wire going down the tail, so the tail will bend with the wire that's in there, and the tail is kind of a rubbery plastic to where the wire's in there. Can be a bit top heavy. Mine tends to fall forward if I don't get the feet just right, so it's a bit awkward to pose. It's a bit heavier at the front than his tail is, so there's a slight balance issue with mine at least. Maybe other people haven't had this problem, but the paint job's really nice. It's recognisably Ceratosaurus with that red kind of devil red head and the horn on there, and there's some brown stripes going all down the body. You can see there with that very pale yellow skin for the majority of the body. See there, it's falling forward. I have a bit of trouble. Part of it's because the joints on the leg are a little bit loose on mine, so he can fall over pretty easily. Look inside the mouth at the tongue sculpt. Fingernails are all painted. I would have liked a bit of articulation on the wrists so you could swivel them inwards a bit more rather than them always hanging down like that. See, the back toenails are all painted nicely as well. Here for a bit of a comparison with the other Ceratosauruses we've had, which all have a pretty uniform look, even though there was that one with the greyer skin we got in 2021. It's still got the red skull and the red shading down the back with the brown stripes. So they match up quite nicely, but this Hammond Collection one is bigger. I always had trouble getting that original Ceratosaurus to stand up without falling forward, so I guess this Hammond Collection one is keeping up the tradition. And here it is with some of the other Hammond collection dinosaurs, the Baryonyx, Parasaurolophus and Velociraptor. So it's around about the same size as the Parasaurolophus, bigger than Baryonyx and Velociraptor. I've always had a soft spot for Ceratosaurus, and I guess I'm not the only one for it to have been included this early in the line. It's just that loose ankle articulation really irritates me. Like, even just doing this review, it kept falling over and I kept having to try and repose it and get it to stand up. It actually makes it quite difficult to pose because you have to get it in a certain position so that it will actually stand up and not gradually lean forward and fall over. It's great that we've got the Ceratosaurus so early on in the line, because he's a very recognisable dinosaur from the films. He's got such a unique look with the horn on his nose, even though he's got a bit of a T-Rex look about him. The colour scheme and the horn on the nose really make him stand out. And yet he only had that minor appearance in Jurassic Park 3, and that's it. Outside of Camp Cretaceous, where they have used them a bit more. The only problem with it is the loose ankles, which hopefully is just on mine. And I guess I can tighten them up a bit if I put some nail varnish or something in the joints. If I kind of dribble a little bit and let it seep through into the joints and then dry, that tends to tighten them up if anyone else has this trouble. So that's my look at the Hammond Collection Ceratosaurus. I want to thank Dave Newman and Keep On Collecting for sponsoring me on Patreon. Thanks everyone else for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.